Right, so we should be recording if I double check. Yes, we are. Right, okay, so in terms of this, we don't need all these tabs, it's just very disorganized. We want to get the other pages going. So when I click gallery, I want to go to a gallery page. I click contact, I want to go to a contact page, and click home, I come back to this page. But currently, it's just one page. So in here, when we click this word, we're actually loading this file, which is the file we're in, which is this one here. So if I add two more files called gallery and contact and change the content, we'll see different things. So first of all, let's make this say gallery. Just keep everything all lowercase, okay? Because no spaces, lowercase, just .html. These are all these little things that you can get tripped up on. Now, here's the trick. We want to take this whole website, basically copy paste it into a new document, and then just change a little bit. So I'm going to highlight all, Control A. I'm going to copy, Control C. Right, so we've got this all highlighted. Got it, and I've gone Control C to copy. Then we want a new file here, so just click a new file, and I'm going to call it. Makes this thing if I'm lazy. Oh, okay, fine. I have to type it. Gallery.html. Control V to paste. I'm just going to change the word welcome to gallery. Save that. And then I'm just going to add another new file. And it's going to be contact.html. Paste. Change that to contact. And say info. Right. And then okay, gallery. I don't need that paragraph of text at all for the gallery. Right. Save. And so, right, if you go here, it's home, go to gallery, look, it says gallery, go to contact, it says info. Right, there you go. So it's all loading. That flash is probably because this file in the back, this image in the background is quite large for loading, sometimes a little bit of a delay, or it might be because I'm trying to run several things on my computer at the same time and it's just making it run a bit slower for me. But there we go. So for our gallery page, oh, there you go, so that's how it should be doing it. We want to put some images in, and we also want to put in some YouTube links. It's all pretty straightforward. So in order to do that, if we look up some images, so let's just say concept art. Mind you, all he does is concept art anyway. So I can go through and just be like, oh, yep, cool. That's another picture. Open image, new tab. But then we want to just go right mouse click, save image as. And it's already in the images folder there for me. So we want to be in that, web, images. And I'm just going to call it image 1. Remember, no spaces in your file name. Save. I'll grab one other one if I really want. That was quite cool. Right. The proportions are slightly different, so we can see what that does as well. Open image, new tab. Right. Save image as. And I'm just going to click on there and then just change the last one to 2. There you go. Okay, so in terms of our code, image source from, it's in the images folder, images, and then you go image 1 there, and I change that one to 2. And obviously, if you want to get like half a dozen images, by all means do so, but we'll just see what it looks like now. So I've got there. So I've got all my different images in there repeating, and see if the background as I scroll is repeating. That's not great, so we're going to fix that up. So to fix that up, that is the way, you can go this, background attachment, fixed. Now when we scroll, the content moves. Let's stay still. And now the issue here is trying to get our images to all sit still. So this is where we're going to use CSS grids. It's we're just going to use it in a very simplistic, small fashion. So basically what we want to do is we're going to take this black box and I want to cut it up into things of 4. It's pretty straightforward. So for section, I want to say, let's just give it a space here. We're going to say display. Grid dash template columns is 1FR 1FR, means it's basically just cut in half. And we say grid dash gap. We're going to say there's like a 10 pixel gap between each thing. Now, the issue is that things are spilling over because they're much bigger than the grid, and it's messing with it. So to fix this, we're going to go in here, go image, width, make you 100% of the grid box that you're sitting inside, and they're sitting much tidier now. Now their issue is that this is a box and then this wants to be a box, and I don't want them sat next to each other, so I want to tell this gallery heading to fill up both rows. And I don't want P. So what we're going to do is I'm going to say H1. There's a separate rule here. I'm going to say grid dash column. I'm going to say span 2. And now it goes across 2. So in here, we can get this. Now our images being 100% are going right to the edges and they're looking a bit funny. So if I tell my images to be, say, 90% and then to sit in the middle, so I go justify self center. There you go, sits in the middle. Now these here are not going to want to sit in the middle. They can now sit at the top edge, or we can get them to sit in the middle vertically because they're not quite as thick as this one. So we're going to say align, which is a vertical, self, center. Now they sit in the middle. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to get some YouTube ones here. So we're just going to add YouTube. Right, so there's whatever you want to do there. I mean, right.
Looking at
Actually, no, we'll go back to that one. Why not? Let's grab that one.
looking at different angles and perspectives.
Videos. Oh my goodness. Right. Sort by most popular. Right, there we go. We'll get one of my design videos. Right, let's grab that one.
So, yeah.
Okay, so in terms of this here, if we want to put this on our website, what we do is we go share, embed. See how these brackets look like the code? You want to copy this.
So
copy.
there we go. Yep, we're all.
Shush. So we've copied that. Then we go back to our code and we go into the gallery. Make sure you're going in the right file. And we hit paste. And I'm just going to do that a couple of times. So obviously you can go get yourself 6 videos. That's fine. That does not worry me. But we've got spelling issues. Why? Because the YouTube ones are wider, and the YouTube ones here are wanting to have a width and a height. And if I was to comment that out, get rid of that part. Well, I have. What's happened? What's going to happen? Oh, yeah, okay, fine. It just killed itself. Never mind. What we're going to do then is we're going to go into our styles, because if we look, it's under the tag iframe. So let's just see if that works. Well, it should be. I have no idea why it's having issues loading. Tell you what, maybe what I'll do is just turn off that many. Might make it a little bit less to load. Really, really struggling there. Right, so we got the 2 in there, and now they're sitting much nicer. So if I go back here and I see if I can like re-comment them back in, see if this will work. But yeah, they're sitting nicer. I have no idea why they're taking so long to load. But yeah, so those should be just popping in there fine. And I've never had them be this slow. So that'll tidy up your videos. Some of them will say things like, "Oh, cannot view." You just have to get another video because it's one of the settings they've put in there. Right, and so on our contact page now, what we want to do is we want to start placing some of our content in here with just saying like an email, fake email, or what have you, address, and all that kind of stuff. So I go CEO, Greenwood, and then we'll say phone, say 0800 Epic, and then email, yeah, that looks better, and it'll be Greenwood at epic.com. Right, so there you go, but they're coming in as 3 different boxes, which is okay, understandable. So what we want to do is we want to try and tidy some of this up a wee bit. I also want this part here, the front part, to stand out a bit differently. So I'm going to use a strong tag, which is for basically is like the default bold. There we go, got that right. Copy that and paste. Paste. Get there, we get there, we get there. Right, okay, so now that those are there, we'll see what they do. So they're a little bit bolder, but what I can do is I can go here and go strong color gold. There you go. Actually, what I want to do under the H1 is border dash bottom 2 pixels solid gold. Right, so what I want to do then is I want to say the width is actually only 20%. Is it better? And this is filling up the whole thing here. So I'm just going to say, so if I go, no, not justify, align, self center, that might, groups it together nicely. And then I might say I want the p tags to fill up whole rows as well. So if I go span 2 columns, I want you to fill up entire rows too. Yeah, that's just a bit better. And I can also say, excuse me, grab there, thank you. Setting center. I don't know why their gap's so big, but close enough. And there you go. You've got yourself a nice website. So you go to home. It's got that thing there, gallery. It's working, and those should be working. But look, see, there you go. It's loaded one. And so they're all fitting in. But yeah, You can try and stretch the height of some stuff. So if I try this, let's try this here. Image iframe. Let's say, okay, height 100%. Yes, it stretches it, but it always looks awkward. So, but there you go. That there is